Guest appearances. Try to get out there. Your content distribution channels will be limited at the beginning, and the only way to reach a sizable audience for the time being may be by publishing an article on someone else's website or blog, or by coming to their podcast to be interviewed. With reaching new people comes name recognition. Ideally, you want to get to a state where everybody in your industry is aware of you. Opportunities to be published or invited to more prestigious publications will come as you grow. It's most difficult at the beginning, and it only gets easier. If you're not already a well-known name in the industry, don't be surprised that it will take a lot of work to get published or invited somewhere. That's natural. Unless the publication is sketchy and could potentially damage your reputation, no place is too small for you. Write and talk where they will have you, and good things will happen. Having a few articles published and some podcast interviews is also a huge advantage when a potential client is researching you. What will they find after Googling your name? Will there be just some random results of a couple of your namesakes, or will there be some articles and interviews with you mixed in? Research and write. Before you build a name and publishers will be reaching out to you by themselves, you have to be the one who takes initiative. Research all websites, blogs, influencers, podcasters, and YouTubers who talk and write about your industry. They may be interested in what you do and preferably may have many of your potential clients in their audience. Also, try to look for various Joe Rogans who will talk to anyone listening. Don't forget about local publications that are hungry for good content and are a good stepping stone to the big leagues. Many popular outlets have local spin-offs, even if you can only get on them. You will still be able to use the logo of their more popular parent on your website if they don't have a separate brand identity. When you have a list ready, start reaching out to them. If they don't reply, follow up. With bigger publications, try to get in touch directly with a writer or reporter who covers what you do. There's no guarantee your offer will get to the right people if you message their general email. Have something to offer in exchange. Getting published is much easier if you have some platform of your own, which will teach you how to build in the next modules, but this is so you can offer to provide in exchange. Of course, this doesn't apply to the big corporate publishers. In the podcasting world, it's nothing unusual for podcasters to do I invite you and you invite me deal. When you do this, agree on the approximate publishing dates with the other publisher that will be at least a couple weeks apart. You don't want to cannibalize each other's views. Have an opinion. It can be difficult to get a space to write or talk if you don't stand for something in particular and don't have an interesting point of view to share. It's possible to give neutral themed contributions too, but they don't get many clicks. So publishers prefer people who can take a stand, provide valid arguments for it, and ideally start a discussion. In short, something that people will read, watch, and share. Follow the news and trends. One trick you can use to get some attention is to follow the news in your industry. If something significant happens, dive deep into it and get in touch with publishers, offering them insights about the topic. Don't be afraid to be specific in the email to demonstrate that you really understand it. They know there will be many people looking for information about it, and you will give them a way to capitalize on it. If your industry doesn't have a closely followed or active news cycle, you can still offer publishers to write or come to talk about what's currently trending or starting to get attention. Again, be concrete and don't be afraid to demonstrate your knowledge, even if it's just in the email. The publisher will be able to at least think about what you offer. If your email reads only something like, "Hey, don't you want to interview me?" the only thing the publisher will think about is the delete button. Keep in mind, when reaching out to publishers, you don't want to look like you seek self-promotion. Don't request any over-the-top mentions of what you do. Your only goal should be to provide value to the audience. The host will introduce you, and if the readers, viewers, or listeners like you, they can Google your name anytime and find out more about you. Get permission to publish the clips. When you get a podcast or any video appearance, ask the host to permit you to use the clips from the interview on your social media profiles. This is a common practice that publishers even often desire. You'll be posting their content of yourself talking, which will help them reach your audience. This is most effective with video podcasts. If you are on an audio-only podcast, you can clip it too, but to make it at least a bit more captivating and to be able to share it as a video, add your photo as a static background along with the subtitles transcribing what you're saying. If you can add a sound wave effect too, that would be even better. For the most popular languages, there are very accurate online tools that can generate subtitles automatically in a few seconds. Shout it on your website. When you'll have a couple of appearances under your belt, create an as seen in or in the media section on your website and list there all the logos of the publications or podcast you appeared on. Link all these logos to your guest post or appearances in a given publication so that the visitor can check it all out. This is always a huge credibility boost.